Good morning, and welcome to Mornings of MoYe, episode 5. And this episode is about percentages. So recently I watched this interview with Master P and Charlamagne. They were talking about percentages, and Charlamagne was like, you can own 100% of nothing. And that was that joke kind of right. 100% right. Like, you can scream out independent, be independent all you want, but if you're not putting in that work and that bag behind it, like a minimum 100,000 overall and stuff like that, then it's kind of hard to be independent. Like, real hard. Master P was like, he'd rather own 51% of a $1 trillion industry. And I was like, shoot, I'd rather own 1% of that $1 trillion industry. Shoot. Like, it all depends on the situation, because if you get 1% of a $1 trillion industry, like, imagine that, like, $1 trillion industry, 1%. Anyways, imagine looking, knowing where your numbers at, whether it's a few hundred, a few thousand, a few 10,000, whatever. And a label or an investor come to you, offer you X amount of dollars up front. We ain't gonna talk about contracts, so whatever the case may be. And they want 40%. Are you gonna take it? Let's say you do take it and you blow up. Like, you become a celebrity status. Like, you hanging out with all the celebrities, you getting paid for shows, you selling out shows, you going gold, platinum, whatever the case may be. Like, you became your dreams. You feel me? So you make $10 million that year. Are you fine with them taking that 40%, that $4 million off top, and you get the 6? Or even they flipping around, they get the 6, you get the 4. Now, before you ask that question, imagine, a year ago, you were just doing what you were just a few hundred, a few thousand where you at. You won't get paid for no shows, no features, none of that. You were just making music, trying to figure it out. And they took you from that to where you wanted to really be in the music world or in your business or whatever. Is that really a bad ordeal? Even if you only get 30%. Now, don't sit there and lowball yourself. Try to leverage yourself as much as you can. But I'm just saying, you make $10 million in the green light with your the little upfront money. So you made $10 million. They get set. They take their 7. You made 3. Now, last year you was just where you at, right now. But today you popular. You making money. You constantly flowing. Like, you good. Is it a bad deal? All depends on the situation. Like, some people get in bad situations. Some people get in great situations. For artists feel like they done got screwed out, their contract, whatever the case may be, it's either 1, they didn't properly look at their contract, maybe they didn't have a lawyer go over, or 2, they didn't fulfill their contract, they didn't make their upfront money back, they didn't do something right. It's usually on the artist to keep it all bad with you. Because the label gonna give it to you up front, whatever the case may be in the contract. The contract is wordy and it's a little, but like I said, we ain't talking about contracts. Don't think of percentages as a bad thing, even if they might get a higher percentage. Don't think about next person's pockets. Just worry about yours. You just made $4 million. Don't worry about they 6 million. You feel me? You just came from nothing. Now you something like they didn't put a whole engine behind you. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. But, leverage yourself. Leverage yourself all the time. Like I said, shoot, it all depends on the situation, because I take that 1% of a $1 trillion industry. Like, for real. It all depends, like, that's like a good situation. They're a $1 trillion industry. They're making trillions of dollars a year. 1% of that. That's me. When you negotiate percentages, make sure the contract is in your favor. Don't sit there and play yourself. But if an investor is willing to invest in you, hear what they gotta say at least. Hear what they gotta say. Because if it can take you to the next level, that investment could be the greatest thing in your life. But who am I to say? Mornings of MoYe. Thank you for checking me out.